Hey guys, it's Alex back again with another one. And man, oh man, have I been having some freaking problems filming this video. So I'm very sorry that it's not perfect. I think I say that every freaking time, but you know, still new to this whole thing. But past all that, today is finally new helmet day. I have been rocking this Shoei RF1400 Graffiti Edition for coming up on 3 years now. This helmet has been nothing but comfortable, enjoyable, but you know, it's time to turn this into a solely filming helmet due to the fact that I have to have stuff strapped to the side and a camera mount on it, and I don't want to keep pulling stuff on and off. It's time to retire this one, and you know, to be totally honest with you, I think it's a little bit too flashy for me these days, especially riding a premium bike. I want a more premium looking helmet. Not that the Shoei isn't, because it absolutely is, and if anyone asked me, I would highly recommend this helmet. For, at the time, I believe it was like $580, I think. This helmet, I still think is a great value, even if it's, you know, 600 plus. I have never been down in this helmet, so I can't tell you how I feel about crash safety, but I can tell you for daily comfort, airflow, it's phenomenal. The only issue that I ever had with it is that I felt like this helmet was a little loud. With, you know, great cushioning and everything in here, I felt like it should have been a little bit quieter. Maybe it's because this curtain wasn't quite good. I don't know, but I feel like everything other than noise, this helmet rocks. It's a little on the heavy side. If I can find the weight online, or if maybe I'll weigh it myself, I'll put that here, and maybe it's right there, maybe it's not, who knows. So, like I said, I've been rocking this for about 3 years. The helmet's awesome. I'll continue to wear it for moto vlogging stuff, probably. Let's get into today's special treat. I know we had kind of mentioned last time that I was looking at a KYT, I was looking at Ruroc, I was looking at Alpine Stars, Nolan. Basically, I was looking in anywhere between the $500-600 to about $1,000-$1,100 range helmets. I was willing to go higher if I found the perfect one. Thankfully, because of an Easter sale, I didn't have to spend that much. So without further ado, I purchased the Ruroc AT4 Track. Now, I know, before anyone goes and says anything, I said a couple gripes about the helmet. And, you know, I said my issues with the last helmet. But because of the deal that I got it on, I will confidently say that this helmet rocks. I picked this helmet up for, I believe, before tax, $471. I'll put the screenshot of the order total there. This helmet, dude, it is freaking light. And just look how beautiful this carbon is. Man, the silhouette on this helmet is just so good. You know, here's the AT4 Track, and then here is the RF1400. You know, I really thought that this helmet was super slim, very relatively light and premium, but man, I might have been wrong about Ruroc, or unfair. Because this helmet, so far in the day that I've owned it, in fairness, and I've only been on a short 20-minute ride with it, but dude, if it is anything like the last Ruroc I had as far as crash safety and as far as visibility and lightness, dude, this helmet is going to be awesome. As I have spoken about in the past, I have had a Ruroc, it was an AT2 or a version 2, whatever you want to call it, And I really liked that helmet. I think that that helmet had a couple of issues, some of those being build quality, as far as like creakiness. I mean, man, it's not making any noise. It's not creaking at all. Zero creak. Okay, maybe right there. You guys can hear that. But you know, man, like everywhere else, this thing is super duper light. The build quality seems phenomenal. I have a couple of things I don't like about it, and we'll get those out of the way first, and then I'll go back into all the things that I do like about Ruroc and this helmet specifically. So my gripe is, number one, I know that this isn't specifically the helmet's fault, but it's the fact that they went back to the D-ring. Now, some of you are saying, well, why the frick does it matter if they went to D-ring? Everyone uses D-ring. Well, one of the best things about Ruroc is they have their locking system, which is like just like a little loop or like a little clip. It locks in. I'll put a picture up on it of what it looks like so you guys can tell. But it really, the magnet locks in, and then you just pull it off and it stays locked in. Like I said, I got in a crash in a Ruroc helmet, and that thing stayed in. So I have no qualms about that. But I do know that because it's a track helmet, they weren't allowed to put that helmet on to get the qualifications. I know I just put it down, but if you guys can see all of those qualifications, it is DOT, ECE, British Motorcycle Sport, ACU approved. I think it's Snell as well. This helmet has all of the ratings. I'm not concerned about whether it's a safe helmet or not, so don't get that twisted. But like I said, the D-ring is a downside that I'm not super stoked about. The other thing I'm not super stoked about is that I wish I had the old helmet so I could show you the differences between that build quality and this one. But the other issue is on this helmet, they pulled out the vents that were right there. And I know that they did that because this helmet is super light, so it's gonna have more wind noise, or, you know, supposed to have more wind noise. So they blocked those off to avoid that. And, you know, to be honest, other than those, oh, and the other part is that my helmet did come with a little ding or a scratch in it. Sadly, I've messaged the team about it, and you can also see like a little thing right there. You know, that's something I'm gonna see what their customer service says, and hopefully it gets resolved pretty quickly. I put in there that, you know, I'm not looking for a complete refund or a big return, because it's such a small ding that maybe if they can just give me a discount code or a coupon or something so I can maybe get their sound wave system, their like in-audio helmet system, I'll be super stoked about that. Maybe they don't want to do that. Maybe they just want to return the helmet, and then I have to go through the rigmarole doing all that crap, but hopefully not. So those are it as far as the downsides. Now, the upsides are, one, man, the boxing experience, or the unboxing experience, not the boxing, that'd be stupid. The unboxing experience is phenomenal, and I think Ruroc has done that so well. They did it well years ago when I had my first one. They did it great now. You know, it came with a couple of stickers and a pin. I have that somewhere else. I'll have B-roll going of what it all looks like. So, yeah, so the unboxing experience is phenomenal. The visibility of this helmet is just unlike any other. I have never seen a helmet where you get that much visibility. Now, I know it's hard to see, but this is where your nose would be, obviously. So that means that this whole bit is all just eyesight. I have still to this date not seen a helmet where you get that much visibility. So visibility is phenomenal. The airflow from these vents right here, dude, so good, so good. And the other part is I really feel like Ruroc doesn't nickel and dime you. I feel like for the money, you are getting a great product. at least for the price I paid. I don't know exactly how I would feel spending $800 or $900, but I think if you guys can get this on sale, phenomenal deal. But for $800 or $900, I get a super light track helmet. All Rurocs come with a clear and a dark visor with a pin lock from them. You don't have to buy any of that. So I feel like they don't nickel and dime you for stuff. I do feel like their Soundwave, which is their like in-audio head system that I had kind of talked about, while it's super awesome, it literally clicks in right there, it slides in, it disappears. I've never heard it because I've never owned one, but from what I know, they're good. And since it slides right in, the silhouette isn't ruined by, you know, a big, bulky system on the side. You know, just, I think it just ruins the look of a helmet. So I think Ruroc does that well. So I think as far as everything, I'm stoked with the helmet. I'm excited to give you guys maybe like a long-term review. But I think as far as the helmet goes, I think that's it today. That's all I want to talk about. Now I want to move on to what we had what we had talked about a couple of weeks ago, which was a new project for the channel. I labeled this channel Gearhead Journal because I'm not just into bikes. So I have purchased a car. It is coming on Friday. I have some parts that I am going through, trying to pick and choose what I want to order first. I'm very, very excited to show you guys what it is and go through the whole building process of it. We won't do it like we did with my BMW because I started the channel and built the BMW at the same time, so you guys really didn't get to see much of that or any of it really. I think maybe a short or two I think I posted, but that's it. I want to do actual build videos. I have a shop location where I can film all this stuff, so you guys will kind of be able to get to see a lot of the build process. But the car, I won't tell you what it is now. I'll leave it for the reveal of it. But the car itself is very similar to what I've mentioned in the past and have owned in the past. It's a little bit different, but me and my wife, we decided that getting rid of our 2023 Dodge Daytona Charger was the better route because we live in New Orleans and that car out here is just not fun. I don't like bringing it downtown. I get nervous if it gets stolen because of how easy those cars are to steal. How low it is, it's my wife's car and she doesn't like driving downtown, or she doesn't like driving when it's roads are super crappy. So we have basically ended up switching vehicles. I gave her my Explorer ST, my 2025 Explorer ST. So she's driving that now, which I'm kind of sad to get rid of because I love that car so much. But I know that we'll save a little bit of money getting rid of the Charger payment, and I picked up this car. I almost said it there, almost said it. So there's some downs and ups. I'm really stoked on having a car like this back in my life. It's one of my favorite things ever, and it kind of gives me a hobby to have, especially since I've moved to this new state. For me, I've lived here for almost 2 years now. I still don't have many friends, so I think this is a cool way for maybe me to have something to do and maybe go to car meets and meet more people. Because a big reason I love bikes is because you meet bike guys and you can get out there and ride with other people. But the problem is that a lot of people, they ride pretty scary, they ride above their means, they want to go 200 miles an hour everywhere, and I'm just not into that, you know. I like it sometimes, and I love being stupid sometimes, but in a controlled environment, or as controlled as can be. And I just think that that's not always true with every bike group. So I say all that to say I'm hoping that I get some more, you know, life fulfillment out of the car. I don't think it's going to change my life completely, don't get that wrong. But I do think it'll add something to my life. And if not, I'm not paying too much for the car. A lot less for sure than I paid for the Charger or than I paid for the Explorer. So that's coming on Friday. So on Sunday, hopefully, I'm trying to get a video about the car out, maybe a vlog. I haven't been posting too much recently because the weather's been just terrible. I've been out of town, all excuses, but all true. It's hard to film bike content when you can't ride, or when I refuse to ride because it's a little wet outside, and you know, brand new bike, I'm not trying to wreck. So, you know, after Friday and I post the video of what the car is, I can't wait to see what you guys think, what you guys want to see from that car. I will take a lot of your guys' criticisms and a lot of your guys' wants and desires for the car, but at the end of the day, it's my channel, it's my vehicle, and I'm just documenting and going along with what I'm doing. So I super duper appreciate you guys watching this video. If you guys stuck till the end, it's a little bit monotone, me just talking, but you know, it's always appreciated. So, all right guys, thank you very much. Peace.